Welcome back, True Seeker.
You know what, you guys? This is not a false statement. I could wipe my ass with the name Nostradamus. Literally. Literally. Nobody has ever done anywhere near close to what I've done in proving how sports are rigged, calling futures, and helping people win at sports gambling. Period.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Our live stream for the 65th Daytona 500. Not nearly as many people here as they were for the Super Bowl, which isn't a surprise. They do say NASCAR's the most watched sport, but it's never been the biggest draw for the Gematria crowd. And that might be because people who like to watch cars drive in a circle, Gematria might be a little bit too high for their pay grade. But recall what we talked about with the whole Damar Hamlin ritual. Damar Hamlin. Remember, he collapsed, and then the hero was Denny Kensington, and we thought, Denny Kensington, Damar Hamlin. How about Denny Hamlin? And remember, that game ended at the 48-yard line, exactly 48 days before the Daytona 500. Well, looking into it more, the whole Denny Hamlin thing, this race this year is on the 50th day of the year, February 19th, and Denny Hamlin's racing team is FedEx 50 Toyota, so has a big fat 50 in it. And this year on Valentine's Day, Denny Hamlin posted this to his social media, which was actually 50 days after the Damar Hamlin collapse.
The fuck are you talking about?
Like, Arthur does this a lot. He ruins his video by saying something that's fundamentally not true, and I'm like, man, that's going to ruin the whole video. Somebody who knows the facts is going to be like, I'm not listening to this guy. What he just said is totally false. And this year on Valentine's Day, Denny Hamlin posted this to his social media, which was actually 50 days after the Damar Hamlin collapse. And it was Super Bowl 57, and remember, Hamlin equals 57. It was in the Valentine's Day state, Arizona. Denny Hamlin posted this on Valentine's Day about, celebrating FedEx, the company's 50th anniversary this year. Amazingly, from this race on the 50th day of the year to FedEx's 50th birthday will be 57 days later. It's April 17th, the 107th day of the year. So 57 days later, again, like how Hamlin equals 57 in Gematria. And of course, one of the stories of Super Bowl 57 was Damar Hamlin. For the record, Denny Hamlin pays about 11-1. So if you bet 10, it would pay 110. If you bet 100, it would pay 1,100. So, just running through things, Kyle Larson's one of the favorites. Something that jumps out about Kyle Larson is his name does have the 57 Gematria. Year after year, we're documenting the parallels between the Super Bowl and the Daytona 500. So he is a favorite with the 57 connection. Interesting. But I do favor the Hamlin thing, 57 days before the FedEx anniversary. He has good numbers for the Super Bowl parallel. The thing about Larson, who's the favorite to win it, is he has the right name Gematria in light of the Super Bowl 57 parallel, and he has the right birthday because it's the 212th day of the year. But I still like what I see in Hamlin better if I just had to pick one of the two. I noticed Martin Truex Jr. does have the 65. If you're new here, the cipher that counts the most is that dark blue cipher, the alphabetic order with numerology. It's the most consistent cipher in news, sports, alphabetic order numerology. So Martin Truex Jr., he's got the 65. It is the 65th event. That's noteworthy in my mind. Notice nobody else has that in any of the other ciphers. Christopher Bell, it's 65 days after his birthday, the race. Documented that. Okay, so he's kind of got a 65 connection, 65 days after his birthday. In case you are going to bet the race, you want to have some hedge bets, some other guys that might have the magic number for the 65th edition. Again, it's interesting that Christopher Bell and Martin Truex Jr. are right next to each other in the odds because they're the two guys with the 65 connections.
Here's your best bet, is to bet Joe Gibbs to win the damn thing.
I agree that's a really safe bet because, I mean, Hamlin has a great riddle. Martin Truex Jr. is the only guy whose name equals 65 out of everyone in the race. Christopher Bell's racing 65 days after his birthday. And again, Hamlin has a very great riddle. Martin Truex Jr. and Christopher Bell both have the 65 connection. And then Ty Gibbs is related to the family, and it was his father's death that was perfectly synced with the Super Bowl. And it's funny that they got him driving in the 54 car, right? Jesuit Order 54, the Jesuit Order 201, his father's full name 144, also like Jesuit Order. And again, the son is 20 years old, where NASCAR and death are both 20. So Ty Gibbs has huge odds, too. I mean, $5 bill would go a long way on that guy. And again, NASCAR has big odds, so you can afford to cover some spaces on the roulette wheel if you like certain narratives more than others.
Drum roll!
Here we go. One more try at overtime. All right, Stenhouse gets the white flag. The net flag is
Oh, he got turned.
Larson Pastrana in the fence. We are still green. No, the caution is out. And we'll wait for official word on whether Ricky Stenhouse or Joey Logano has won the Daytona 500. And Ricky Stenhouse has won the Daytona 500.
How about shut the fuck up, morons? I'm not wrong about anything.
Another wrong prediction.
Again, you stay with me, you'll stay consistently winning. There's not really a lot of bad spells. And again, very consistent in what I do.
You do seriously surprise me. Surprise me to how shit you are.
Congrats to the winners. Congrats to the winners. And for my hater channel out there that keeps uploading videos only when I'm wrong, that person's so annoying. It's just annoying that this loser's in the world making all these bullshit-ass videos. Congrats to the winners. And again, like I've never felt bad about charging $5 a month because it's right next to free. And I've been helping out people all along the way. Despite what the trolls try to do with the slanders. Hey, Sports Gematria, nice job slandering on every video. But, I mean, that's why the guy's a joke, because I try to hold Zach accountable. Well, if you were trying to hold me accountable, you'd be fair. You'd be like, okay, Zach nailed this again, nailed this again, nailed this again. But instead he puts out false videos. Actually, sometimes we even have good days, and he's trying to attack even on good days, saying we had a bad day, which he actually does a lot. And then he's always doing his false math for how much money you would have lost, which is total BS. Now, you're not me. You're not the person who broke the code. You're not the person who's helped people win for 10 years. I'm sure there's somebody in a casino right now with my picture throwing darts at it. Fuck that guy. He cost us a lot of money again this weekend. Congrats to the winners. Why do you think USA Today wrote their article about me? It's because this was never done before. Casinos have never taken losses like this before. Do you know how much money I've pulled out of the casinos' pockets? I guarantee you it's in the hundreds of millions of dollars. He has other channels like Jake the Asshole just regurgitating his lies. So again, he's putting a lot of misinformation in the world and trying to take people away from a very fair service that's helped change a lot of people's lives.
Posted a message yesterday. Mark, maybe you don't know him by the name Mark, but you definitely would know his voice if you heard it. He called in pretty much every single day, usually numerous times a day, and he had a lot of information. Found out yesterday that he passed last weekend. It's really tragic, and you know, it's hearsay what I heard, but supposedly he placed a big bet and he lost it, and it pushed him over the edge.
Hey, do you think you've had anything to do with this guy's death? Do you feel any responsibility at all?
Well, you know, I can't take responsibility for his death. I mean,
yeah, no, I don't take responsibility at all.
But I do feel like maybe I could have done more. So I know I see you're calling from a.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Well, I could have been more. I should have let him know just how great I thought he was. I wish I would have told him that before.
Do you think that would have saved him, or do you think these sports picks literally killed him because he was losing so much money?
So I know who you are. I know you're the troll that was going crazy in the comments. I recognize your voice.
What does it matter, bro? It's the truth. You contributed to this guy's death.
No. You're actually
you
a
did.
really.
Yeah, you literally did.
Okay.
You literally contributed to the.
I'm gonna hang up on him. That's if you guys ever wonder who Daily Sports Picks is, that's him right here. There, the deranged individual. But no, we're helping a lot of people win every single day, and we put out winning information almost every single day.
Delusional.
And Mark was actually doing well too, and he just made a mistake.
Again, that's a goon. And look at him in the chat and all the people that have been persuaded by the liar.
Again, the mainstream media will lie to you all day. The trolls will lie to you all day. We don't lie over here. We don't have any reason to lie. There's nothing to lie about. We don't lie over here. We don't have any reason to lie. There's nothing to lie about.
There's more.
Straight Jew. And there's nothing anti-Semitic about that either, because that's just a fucking fact. That's why they call it getting Jewed. And then again, guys, oh, you busted Zach. Oh, you caught him on that one. It's like, dude, this guy is a fucking goon.
212 laps this year. 212 lap race after the Super Bowl on 212. And the guy who won it, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Of course, the big death in the news was the comedian whose name is also Richard or Ricky. But notice the Gematria, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 212, right?
Yeah, this is all after the fact, though, right?
Shout out to the gentleman who put $3 on Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and won $100.
Congrats to the winners.
Again, I thought there was another driver with a better parallel to the Super Bowl. But every year, they're always choosing numbers in the race that correspond with the Super Bowl. And they've done it again. This guy had really long odds. That's why $3 paid 100. So congrats to that guy. We did identify that Ricky Stenhouse did have that 212.
Bullshit.
he was not my favorite narrative. Again, another year, another point proven. The Super Bowl and Daytona 500. Year after year, you'll see how they do the same numbers in both events. And it is proof that it is all rigged and scripted. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 212, in the 212th lap.
Yeah, this is all after the fact, though, right?
The lemming will go, yeah, but you didn't call it right. You didn't call the right driver.
Yeah, fair words. Fair words.
It's like, yeah, but the point is, for all the people that invest all their time and energy in thinking this stuff's real in a competition, understand it's not. It's a ritual. Stop investing your time and energy in their rituals that are meant to manipulate you.
I get enough in donations. At the same time, I do wish there were more.
You always were a greedy pig.
But it's just amazing how you can trigger people just saying things. Like the other day, I said I wish 1 million people supported $1 a month so we could afford a private jet, a team of people, and fly to the scene of where every last one of these things happened to expose. That triggered somebody. Cuts One went on a rant about that, saying now I've lost my mind and I want to be like a billionaire with a private jet, and Zach's an asshole now.
Yeah, fair words. Fair words.
It's like, okay, I didn't mean to trigger anybody with that, but then him and I talked about it privately. And he got over it. And I was saying, well, I'm just saying I wish we had the resources so that we could be on the scene each day where everything unfolds to expose it. I mean, I don't, but he's like, well, only billionaires have private jets. I was like, I get that. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I wish we had the resources to do these things, to make things happen. But
Meanwhile, they're making $40,000 a month, telling people that they're saving the money. They've been saving the money for 7 years and haven't done shit. I'm going to hire an employee as soon as I get to 10,000.
I'll tell you what, though, if this per month thing gets up to something like $10,000 a month, I'll hire a couple people. You know, then I can afford to have some employees. I'll hire Jonathan, you know.
$30,000 later.
Right now, there's 10,787 coming in a month. That's more than I need for myself. That's why I'm paying $1,000 a month for a website. That's why I'm saving the rest of the money for a future cause, like getting a building and renovating it and being able to have the resources to put in the furniture that we can have to set up a, Gematria Effect news studio. This money is for the cause. If this money goes up to $30,000, I'm telling you guys, it's going to happen overnight. We're going to have the building. We're going to have people hired. It's going to make a huge difference.
I'm going to hire an employee as soon as we get to $50,000. $50,000 later.
But yeah, if 80,000 was coming in a month, my God, man, and everybody was just giving up $1, then we'd have a team of people.
I'm gonna hire an employee as soon as we get to 100,000.
We need like a revenue stream of 100,000 a month, literally, and that should be easy to get based on what we're doing. I mean, imagine what Netflix's revenue stream is a month. I mean, how many of you are watching and signed up for Netflix but not for my Patreon? Serious question. I bet almost all of you.
The guys, oh my God, y'all can't see through that shit.
And then I got the scammers accusing me of being a scammer. It's like, what? Where have I ever scammed anybody? You know? I've been super transparent about everything.
Good.
There's a situation where there's an estimation of somewhere between 700 billion and $1.3 trillion.
You could be looking at the face of Jesus Christ. And
Till next time, Truth Seeker.